was true, from a certain point of view.
A prophecy that misread could have been.
Only a Sith deals in absolutes.
I find your lack of faith disturbing.
Unlearn what you have learned.
Hey there, fellow Jedi and Padawan friends. This is Jason from Star Wars and Philosophy, and I today want to respond to a comment that was left on a video that I posted last week on a Facebook page having to do with Star Wars. And it was the video actually about what if the Force was like Allah, the God of Islam. And the comment was, why can't we just leave religion out of Star Wars? And it left me kind of thinking, so I wanted to respond to that today. And so first, to help support this channel financially and help us grow, you can click the subscribe button, click the bell, and you're going to get notifications. You can click the thumbs up. You can click in the comments. You can share with your friends on social media. At the end of my videos, you're going to see recommended videos. And thank you so much for your support. Okay, now we're back. And so let's go ahead and jump right in. What would you say if somebody said to you, what if we just left the religion out of Star Wars? What would Star Wars be like? And so let's take a look at what Star Wars would be like without religion. And so first of all, you'd have to remove the Force. And so that would mean that you would have to get rid of Jedi, you would have to get rid of Sith, and that means you pretty much have to get rid of the whole plot of the movie, because the whole plot seems to be around the Skywalker family, who happens to be Force sensitives, and the patriarch of the family, Anakin Skywalker, happened to be the chosen one, who was created by the Force, and then he was supposed to balance the Force, and then he ends up with his redemption. Of course, you can't have any of those things, because those have all religious overtones. But even if you go to a deeper level, well, that would mean that you would have to get rid of all the hope, which, oh, by the way, A New Hope was the title of one of the movies, and then you have to get rid of purpose and meaning and morality and truth and everything else out of the Star Wars. And so you would be left with basically a sci-fi movie that has space wars, and maybe you have some cool battles and you have a lot of space bureaucracy, but it would really take out everything that would remind us of Star Wars, or that we love about Star Wars. And so I just wanted to take a closer look and go play by play here. Episode 1, you would have the war between Naboo and the Trade Federation, and well, you would have to take out the fact that there's an evil Sith Lord that's haunting in the background, hence Phantom Menace, that they're looking for. Oh, by the way, who's looking for them? The Jedi. Well, the Jedi aren't really there, and so you really have like more of a medieval-esque or samurai-esque type of escapade, except it's happening in space, and Lord knows what's causing it. And I don't know if you could really have lightsabers, because that's really the weapon of a Jedi Knight and not just a regular ordinary melee person. Now, we've been told that melee people can use a lightsaber, hence, Finn in The Force Awakens. It doesn't need to be a Force sensitive, and they don't need to be a Jedi, so I'll grant you the lightsaber. So you are left with something cool in Star Wars that might keep people coming back, but who is really using them and who's able to design them? Well, that's where it's sticky, because I do believe you have to be a Jedi or a Sith in order to design and use the kyber crystal in that way. And so unless there's some that are being left around by Jedi, oh wait, we can't have religion in Star Wars, so leave the Jedi out. No lightsabers, sorry about that. And so then you have no midichlorians, which means that you have no chosen one, you have no, little Annie. You would still have Jar Jar, though. We all love Jar Jar, right? Okay, episode 2, and then you have the clone armies, okay, and then you have more sword fights, or maybe you have gunfights. I don't know. That would be your call if you get rid of the lightsabers, what you want to do. And you would still have some cool ships, though. That's pretty cool. And then you get episode 3, and then you have more bureaucracy. They're just a council now. They're not a Jedi council. They're just a council that represents part of the Senate, and then you have maybe like a crime boss, and that's who, Palpatine is. He's just kind of like this guy who is like shady and behind the scenes and, you know, kind of fooling everybody, and he's gaining all this control. And then you have this betrayal and the slaughter of the innocents, and no deceptive, but you wouldn't have any deceptive dreams. You wouldn't have any hidden marriage without child, because that's a Jedi belief that you shouldn't have any attachments. And then you would go, the heroes would go into hiding, and that would set you up for the original trilogy. And I think that that kind of makes my point. Star Wars wouldn't be Star Wars if it weren't for religion. Now, you may not think of it as religion because the Force doesn't really mimic anything in real life. I'm going to get into that in another video because it's kind of based on Taoism. It's kind of based off of Christianity. It has a little bit of mixture and hodgepodge of everything else. And so that's why I've been doing all my videos. What if the Force was like the gods of the other religions? Because it would drastically change it. But even that wouldn't drastically change Star Wars as much as taking religion out of Star Wars. And so I want to know what your comments are down below. Do you agree with me? Does religion play a pivotal role within Star Wars? And would you rather religion just be left out of it? And how do you think that would affect the story? And again, let me know what other gods you might want me to cover. What if the Force was like this god? And I would love to cover that. I love doing research on all those kind of things and cults and Star Wars. You know that's kind of what I do. Anyway, comments down below. And until next time, may his Force be with you.
Now, fulfill your destiny.
I want to encourage you, if you haven't already, please like, subscribe, and share this video with others and this channel with others. It helps every time you do that. It actually helps the channel out financially, and it helps us to grow and get in front of others.